Hello, it's just me. Everyone's been talking about the GTX 1070s and the RX 480s, but no one's been talking about the Geforce 7600 GT. Unfortunately, the electrolytic capacitors on this graphics card have exploded. So I'll need to replace them with these electrolytic capacitors that I bought from JCar on eBay. Hopefully this graphics card will work again. I have replaced 3 of the exploded capacitors, as well as removing most of the dust from the fan, and replacing the thermal paste of the GPU. I'll install this graphics card into my PC, but first let's compare this to my GTX 760. So 7600 GT, GTX 760. Okay. So as you can see, the size of the PCB is pretty much identical, but the number of transistors on the GTX 760 has increased substantially. The SLI finger appears to be the same position. I just realized I had to vote for the Prime Minister. I'll be right back. The graphics card is installed into the PC. I'll turn it on. It's pretty loud. Oh, it works. Yay, it works. Woohoo! But I think the fan needs some WD-40. Woo! That's how loud it is. Well, before I applied WD-40 to the fan bearings, I continued testing my graphics card using Ubuntu. It seemed to be running 1080p videos smoothly, as well as it can play Minetest. The GPU temps were around 50 degrees Celsius. When I applied WD-40 to the fan, it was a lot quieter and the grinding noise was gone. Unfortunately, the DVI port stopped working and only the VGA port can output video. Not only that, the graphics card can't display anything on Ubuntu. It can, however, display the UEFI BIOS, Grub bootloader, and the Windows 7 loading logo, which after that the system just blue screens with graphical artifacts. I proceeded to replace the last 2 electrolytic capacitors, but the results were still the same. It's strange that the GPU was working fine before I applied the WD-40 to the fan bearings. Looks like I'm going to have to recycle this relic.